Well, Coach, first of all, let's talk about the game against Florida Tech this past Saturday. Very good Panthers football team, and they really were able to run the football very well. They had good blocking up front from their big offensive line, and that was kind of the storyline of that ball game.
Well, it was, and their defense was awfully good too. They ran to the ball. They were very sound. They made tackles. They were good. They were hard for us to match up with. But I will say this: I want to give them a lot of credit, just like we did, and they are a good football team. I think they'll be about as good as we'll see, but I believe we could have played better. A lot of that, give them credit for what they did and how the game went, but we did not play well, or at least as well as we could, as we're capable of, and that's what we've been working on this week. And our players realized that, and we saw that on the film. It wasn't just because we feel like we can block better or stronger or run the ball better or make tackles better. It's just because being in the right place and doing things that we've seen our players do. And so it's a little bit of two things. It's one, it is playing and executing the plan, but it's also coaching. And our coaches, and myself included, starting at the top, we've got to do a better job of getting these guys prepared to play. And that's difficult to do in a short period of time when you come in and, in August, and then 2.5 weeks later you play. And it's very difficult, especially when you got 140 players and there's a lot of new guys. So it's difficult, but we've got to do it. That's the challenge ahead of us. And now we are just trying to get better each and every week. And I feel like we have this week.
Well, talking about some of the new guys, because of the circumstance, you're able to get some freshmen some playing time, and I thought they played pretty well. Jamarcus Morissette, the freshman running back from Georgia, Kavasi Stinson, did a good job at kick returner, wide receiver for you, and Julian Charles, really outstanding game on defense.
Made some plays. We've got some talented players, and I see that in practice. I can see that they're big and fast, and they're what you're looking for when you see these other teams in the Gulf South Conference. When they get off the bus, you kind of say that's the kind of guys we need, and those guys do fit that mold, the ones you're talking about, and some more. But you know what? They're still freshmen, so they need the experience. That's good for them, but we need to know, one of the things I feel like is very important, when they know where to go, when they know where to line up and how to execute the plan, then they can use their God-given talents, which they have, and they'll be just that much more effective. And so that's what we're hoping to see a little bit better each and every week.
Josh Dixon, the senior running back, came off the field a couple of times with a bum ankle. It looked like. Give us an update on him.
Well, he's going to get out there today and do some things and see how much it's recovered. Ankles are something that you never know just how someone's going to heal or how bad or how severe that injury is. Josh is a tough kid, though. He's prepared well. And he's definitely a difference maker for us when he gets in the game. He makes everybody a little bit better. When you hand off to Josh, somebody may be able to not dominate a block, but Josh makes them right, and that's good. We will definitely be keeping an eye on him and his recovery. So we're not sure exactly how effective he'll be this week, but we're going to test him out a little bit.
Well, this West Alabama squad, they challenged Stephen F. Austin last week. They're 0-2, but they've lost their 2 games by just 7 points combined. This is a really good team coming in.
It is, and we knew that. They're going to be talented every year. They do a good job recruiting. They have big and fast players, so they're kind of thinking the same way we are. They didn't get beat as bad as us, so they don't maybe don't have as many corrections to fix, but they are good. And we've known that. We've been able to match up with them the past few years, and I feel like our talent level is getting closer and closer to matching up with everybody in this league. They're one of the ones very similar to Delta State. They're kind of a rivalry because of the proximity. We're about 2 hours away. It ought to be a great atmosphere, but that is, we feel like it's going to be a challenge for us, no doubt.
Are there some individual matchups that you're seeing that the Choctaws might have an advantage in?
Well, I don't know about that. I know that we can match up in just about every aspect of the game. I feel like our defense does match up. They have an explosive offense that they can score in a hurry, but they also have some defensive players they're big and they're fast. Their linebackers are maybe one of the biggest linebackers we'll see all season long. And but you know what? I think this last week's test versus Florida Tech is one that will help us. It's hard to say that as you look at the scoreboard. I didn't feel like it was helping us a whole lot last week, but you know, facing that team, they run so well, they are so sound, they make tackles. You have to be really disciplined to compete at that level. And I think that's going to help us, and our team knowing what it's going to take to win in this league. It's not a better place to start than Florida Tech. So hopefully that'll help us this week.
Well, coming back home, it'll be our first night game of the year. It should be a good environment, as you said. You know, we had a hot Saturday afternoon for the first home game, and I thought a pretty good home crowd for that particular afternoon. So we're looking forward to a good environment tonight.
I think so too. I don't know if everybody knows about the whiteout. I've talked to the coach at West Al, and he knows. He feels like they play better in their red jerseys anyway, so he was on board with it. But we're going to be white on white, and that ought to be exciting with the crowd being involved. Our team will be in white, the crowd will be in white. So it'll be something to kind of look at and maybe get us motivated just a little bit extra. And that'll be exciting to see a bunch of fans out there.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.